All right, third time today. Let's see if this works. First two times it's deleted my videos, and if it deletes it again, I guess I'll be sitting here after school talking to no one and pretending like I'm recording. Hopefully it works this time. Circulatory system. You will notice on the anchor chart, which I hope that you are not copying down right now because I need you to listen. You do need your notebooks, but not to copy that down. Circulatory system is the same thing as the cardiovascular system. We have said that all year long. And it's also today going to be referred to as the transpiratory system. Oh my goodness. Transport system, not the transpiratory. Holy cow. Long day. Circulatory, cardiovascular, and transport. There we go. System. I'm not going back to edit that either. So, in the background, you might see the main organs of the circulatory system, the transport system, the cardiovascular system. That's the heart and the blood vessels and the blood that is in those blood vessels as well. I like cardiovascular system because I like to break words down into their parts, where you have cardio, which means heart, and vascular, which means vessels. Heart vessels, pretty easy to know what system that is. Circulatory is very good too because it talks about circulation and the movement of blood around your body. And I like transport system because when you have the food that we just ate at lunch being digested, it is picked up by your circulatory system and transported. The nutrients are transported to the places that they need to go. All of us that have like skin, knees, and elbows and hands, there are nutrients being transported to that place so that our body can make new skin cells so that our body can heal itself. Right? We're all growing. At least you are. I don't think I'm still growing. Hope not. Unless I get to be like 7'11" tomorrow, then I love y'all, but I'm out. I'm going to go play in the NBA at 7'11". Right? I mean, yeah, 7'11", I got to go almost like 8 feet tall. I would have to go play in the NBA. Right? You'd be like, hey, I know that guy. Why is he teaching science on the sideline to NBA players? But no, your bones need calcium in the food that you eat, being transported in your circulatory system, which is a good thing. I know at this time of year, especially when it's like 50 degrees in the morning and 80 degrees in the afternoon, if it's anything like me, your sinuses are going crazy. You might be taking some medicine. Well, that medicine is broken down in your body, and it's transported to the places that it needs to go. So you have your circulatory system. The cardiovascular system. It moves blood, oxygen, nutrients, other things inside the blood around your body. It transports those around your body. So we have three main organs. Well, two main organs, and then you have the blood. But the things are your heart, your blood vessels, and then your blood that's inside of those. Those are all very important. This will be new because we finally have all of our Chromebooks in here. You should see the screen pop up on your screen. So I know a lot of us like, I can't see the board. Well, it's on your computer. Circulatory system / cardiovascular system. If you can spell it right, you might get it. There we go. / transport system. If it's on the anchor chart and on here, yes, please put that in your notes. Yes.
Do we write it in blue too or no?
I mean, I wrote mine. I have the first part in different colors because I'm thinking about the veins and arteries of the cardiovascular system, and I wrote it in blue. Mainly because I didn't want to write it in red because that was the muscular system. But if you want to write it and match the colors over there, you absolutely can. Yes?
If we color code it, can we use highlighters?
Of course, you can use highlighters. The function, the job of the circulatory system is to move blood around the body. Other teams. Oh my goodness, Mr. Bullens. Woo, boy. The function is to move blood around your body. Inside your blood is oxygen, nutrients, and other things that your body needs. Just going to talk while you're writing about the circulatory, the cardiovascular, or as we have learned now today to call it the transport system of the body. That could be a human body. It could be the body of an animal. That's fine. This is the things that we're looking at here. Now, the reason why we have this transport system is to move the blood around our body. And inside that blood, you've got oxygen, nutrients, and other things that you might possibly need in your body. The three main organs, although two of them are only technically organs, but that's okay. The heart and blood vessels are 100% organs. The blood is a little different. That's fine. Three main parts: heart, blood vessels, which are your veins, arteries, and your capillaries. You do not have to memorize all that. Just remember your blood vessels are extremely, extremely important. Now, the heart. The heart is a muscle. Now, I know somebody, and I feel like it might have been in this class, was like, so the heart is a muscle and it's an organ. Yes, it is. The heart is a muscle. It's the main organ of the circulatory system. And what does it do? It moves blood by pumping it. Not two eyes, goodness gracious. Around the body. The heart is a muscle. It's the main organ of the circulatory system, and it moves the blood by pumping it around the body. The blood vessels, they carry the blood. The blood vessels, they carry the blood around the body. Pause that for people. All right, we will come back and watch these. I can't obviously watch these as I'm recording a YouTube video. That's copyright infringement, and I would get in lots of trouble. We'll come back very soon. All right, again, blood vessels, tubes that run through our body. We've already wrote those down in our notes. Two main types of blood vessels. You don't have to write this down, but it is kind of cool to know, especially those of you that are thinking, I want to be a vet or a doctor or a nurse. I want to do something in the medical field. You have to learn this. Arteries and veins. Arteries and veins. You can see the veins in your arm. They're kind of that blue color. Arteries take blood away from the heart. They are very thick, and they have to be able to put up with a lot of pressure, and they're going to have very red blood in them because they're going to be very oxygenated. The veins are taking blood back to the lungs and the heart. That's why they look like they're darker. The blood inside of them is not blue. It is very dark. It does not have a lot of oxygen in it. When you get cut open and you see that super red blood, that's highly oxygenated blood. It's kind of fun to think about when, unless that grosses you out, and don't think about it. Again, arteries take blood away from the heart, and veins take blood back to the heart. Easy, you don't have to memorize that. Capillaries are teeny tiny. They get in the little bitty places, and we've talked about those. You probably looked at those. You've gotten really close to the mirror and stared at those little bitty blood vessels in your eyeball before. We've all done it. If you haven't, go do that tonight. If you get caught, blame it on me. A teacher said to do this. Circulatory system. The heart is a large organ, about the size of your fist. Hold up your fist. Roughly the size of your fist. It's about right here. It's not in the middle. It's a little bit over to the side here. Right? And it's just doing this all day long. Just pumping blood. What kind of muscle is it? Because I don't control it. Involuntary. Involuntary. But it's good that I don't have to think about that because I can focus on other stuff like taking notes in science class. It's made of muscle. Yes, it's a muscle. Yes, it's an organ. I know that's weird, but it is at the same time. It's the main organ of the circulatory system, obviously, because it moves the blood through those blood vessels through our body to have that transport system. There's the word transport system again. Raise your hand if you think transport system is going to be an important term. It's going to be on the test and the quizzes. I know it will be because, well, I make the tests and the quizzes, and it'll also be on the check-ins and the EOGs, even though I don't make those and I never get to see them. It's going to be on there. They love to use that word. Transport system. Multicellular organisms have to have a transport system because they cannot do everything inside of one cell because they are made of multiple cells. So I'm going to put that exact statement right here. Multicellular organisms need a transport system to survive because they cannot do everything in one cell. They are not unicellular. They love to talk about the transport system of a grasshopper, the transport system of a bear, the transport system of a human. They use them all. Doesn't matter. They're all animals. They all have transport systems because they're not unicellular, and they have to be able to move things through their body.